this back corner, up to the point, sorry, of the glass wall here. That particular room is an extra rental.
Gotcha.
That doesn't sound like you'll need it. Head count wise, you'll fit very nicely.
Yeah.
So if you don't end up renting that, that's something that the caterers will probably end up using.
Okay.
Oh,
Back of house. So.
typically, okay.
Bye.
Oh, hey, Mom! Oh my gosh, I just got started.
We did not stop at the one.
Okay, it's my mom.
Hi.
Hi. Cool. Okay,
Nice,
she just started like a second ago.
Yep, we just started. So this is the event space we're looking at, the Grand Atrium, and you had about 200 people.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. And you're looking for banquet seating mainly, so people seated at rounds.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, preferably. Yeah. How much can this fit, the atrium, typically?
Well, it can
just recording.
fit 350 maximum, but
Oh.
that's like using almost every
I
last
see.
square inch of the space.
Like when you guys have huge parties, right?
We have huge parties and donor events and auctions and all kinds of
Right.
stuff. 200 people is a really nice.
Comfortable.
It's comfortable. It will allow the caterers to kind of move in and out very
Okay.
easily. You'll still have some room for like a bar and cocktail tables and all of that if you want it.
Oh yeah, could stand up on the side.
I really like that kind of this particular
Yeah.
space.
How many? You guys have done a lot of weddings so far? Because you guys just recently.
So we've been here
A couple years.
almost
now?
3 years.
3 years now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just hard to
wow.
believe.
I
It's gone really
know.
fast.
That's fast.
We've done, a couple handfuls of weddings.
Yeah.
We're kind of transitioning to a reception-only space just because
Slipping.
for a ceremony and then having to
Turn
flip
over.
the space. There's nowhere to put people.
No,
200
it's
count,
awkward. Yeah.
elsewhere. So we're pretty much reception only. So that's why I like to stipulate that. But
That's great. Yeah.
what was I going to mention? So you're going to be seated at rounds. And generally what we do for floor plan is obviously the center area will be all of your rounds. We'll have an area in front of the stage, which is that black platform right there,
Okay.
for your dance floor. Excuse me, DJ band will fit very nicely up on that platform.
Okay.
I don't know what you're thinking of in terms of music, but
Yeah, definitely. I guess best case would be a band, but probably DJ. Definitely
Yeah.
DJ.
okay. So band or DJ.
So it doesn't have to be added. It's just right there, right?
Yep. it's
Okay.
already
Perfect.
built
Hi then.
in.
This is the venue.
What are the restrictions on users?
They're net 10,000.
What time do we have to be in and out of here?
Well, your base rate of rental covers you for 7 hours of use.
7 hours. Okay.
This space, because as you can see, it's kind of our central gallery,
Yeah.
we can't start setting up until 5 o'clock when we close.
Gotcha.
So that's when your rental time will start, so 5 to midnight.
We're good.
So as long as your event ends at 11, we'll use that last hour for cleanup and turnover.
Okay.
You can add additional hours on to the back end of your time. It breaks into an additional $200 per hour per space. So if you wanted to end at midnight, then clean up by 1, you can add on that extra hour if you like. So,
Okay, and then
it's
let's see.
possible.
There was a cleanup question. Additional costs for cleaning fees, insurance fee waivers, and all that.
You will be required to provide your own event insurance, and we can, give you information on how you go about doing that. But then in terms of extra cleanup fees, there's really nothing unless there is damage to the space, and that's where your security damage deposit will come into play. So that'll be
And cleanup is done by.
done by the caterers that will be
Caterers.
actually physically setting up the room before you get here with us.
I see.
Right.
Okay.
Because they're like taking everything down. Right?
Yeah, so what my team will do is we'll clear the floor of the touch tables, the racks, things like that, and get the space prepped for the caterers, and then the caterers will actually bring in the tables, set up the tables, put out the linens, put out the centerpieces, all of that. And that will be done before you even get here. So.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So we allot an hour and a half for setup, so your event doors would be at 6:30.
Okay.
So.
All right.
If there's stuff to be put on the tables, who can somebody do we have people come in and
What you can do
throw
is
those
either
on?
have somebody from your group come in early to help with setup. I would
Okay.
imagine if that person is part of the
Yeah.
wants to be part of the ceremony, that's fine. What you can do is just deliver if you have centerpieces or little elements you want to deliver to us beforehand. It's something that you will put in under the jurisdiction of the caterer. Just give them directions as to what you want, and then they will set it up for you.
Oh, okay. So they could set up, but then you could also have somebody just to make sure everything's
Yeah.
exactly. Okay.
And decoration guidelines.
We have a few restrictions, and those restrictions are no open flame. So unfortunately, candles are a no-go, but you can have like the little
The fake
on.
ones.
Yeah. Nothing that is in soil, but you can have fresh cut arrangements, things like that, flowers.
Okay.
And nothing like glitter or rice that's little bits.
Oh
and
gosh,
pieces.
yeah. A lot of cleanup, yeah.
Yeah. So, and no balloons, unfortunately.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
You mean fortunately?
Fortunately.
Restriction on type of alcohol served?
No.
No.
You are able to have beer, wine, liquor.
Okay.
You can even provide that on your own if you wanted to make a
Oh,
Costco
wow.
run. And
Really?
Yeah, I think
that would help with costs a little bit. It just needs to be served by your licensed catering or bar staff.
Or bartender.
They have to be the ones serving it.
Right.
Oh yeah. Backing up to the last question. So basically, the window is 6:30 to 11.
6:30 to 11. That's
Or
covered in your
additional.
base rate.
Right.
If you
And
wanted
then-
to,
gotcha.
yeah, if you wanted to pay for extra hours, you can do that on the back end.
Back end. Okay.
Let's see. Let's talk about what is covered in your base rate other than that 7 hours. So we have enough. Basically, it's furniture. So we have 20 is the magic number. We have 20 of the 60-inch banquet rounds
Okay.
here in house. They sit 8 each with the chairs that we have, and we have 200 chairs.
Wow. Perfect.
We have 20 of the highboy cocktail style tables. So if you had a bar or something back here, we can put a few of those banquet or bistros around that. And then 20 of the 6-foot long kind of rectangular tables. So your caterers could use those for bar if you had a buffet or something. You can use those. And then basic AV. So if you needed use of a wireless microphone or screen or projector, that's all built in.
Okay.
The screen is huge. It's,
Oh my
It's rolled up.
gosh.
It's underneath the R here, but
Okay.
it covers the middle 2 parts of the grid.
Okay.
16 by 9 aspect ratio, and the projector's already built in. So
Wow.
some couples like to have some of the PowerPoint screen,
Sure.
Right.
slideshow or something. So if you wanted to do something along those lines, you just provide us with your PowerPoint,
Right.
and then we loop it into our laptop and we just run it we patch into the back of the front desk and we run it.
I guess related to that, would there be a day of coordinator on site?
Yes.
There is.
Right.
One of us, either myself or my manager, Christine, would actually be working with you to deal with all of the preliminary details. But again, with your base rate, we schedule event staff support for you. So with rental of the atrium, that's 3 people. So it's somebody to be a greeter if you need it. We have somebody to run tech for you, and that person usually doubles as the event lead.
Gotcha.
And they work in conjunction with the catering lead.
Okay.
And we have, I'm not sure if you saw already, but we have 7 exclusive caterers that you choose from.
I think there's a question about that.
Yeah, and they run the gamut in terms of price point and fare, and they all know the building very well. So my point to that is to say that we're very familiar with these people.
Okay.
So, and we work events all the time. So as far as our communication with the caterers can be.
And then on the website, it said that we could request caterer proposals. Would that come?
That would actually come from the caterer directly, and that's mainly because things change so often. It's just really hard for us to make an accurate quote for you,
Okay.
and that really is something that they need to
So we
do for you
contact
anyway.
each of
So you
them individually?
contact
or-
them individually, and they know that you at the beginning stages would just be vetting them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And we can make recommendations if you have a certain type of fare that you're looking at serving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Preferences.
Recommendation.
So with the tech, do you guys get to do a trial just to make sure? Like, do they get to come in earlier and just make sure everything works okay before the actual wedding day, or do you just
Works in terms of like
just
the AV?
yeah, just in case it all because sometimes like last minute tech
Weird
problems
things.
happen. Yeah. Do they get to come in?
I
to
guess it
practice?
depends on the complexity of the event. Usually
Okay.
if it's a DJ, somebody that we've worked with before,
Right.
it's not necessarily
Oh
needed.
yeah, or just for the slideshow, like if they just did a
Yeah,
slideshow.
well, that's
yeah.
what we do is we'll
Yeah.
ask you for that PowerPoint ahead of time. You can send it to us via Dropbox or something, and then we'll put it on our laptop, test it here.
Nice. Okay.
You can be there for that if you'd like to.
Sure.
But if-
Otherwise,
it should be
our
fine.
tech people are, top of the line. They know
Sure.
what they're.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
see things that I don't even see. So
Yeah.
You're like, it looks great, and they're all worried about
it's
it.
crooked.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we covered base rate. So in terms of banquet seating, because we only have 20 60-inch, that's enough banquet seating for 160. So if you did reach, a point of 200, you'd have to just bring in extra tables and chairs that can be arranged through the caterer.
Okay. So renting different She probably wants like fancy
Yeah.
chairs or something. Like there's no issue with
Bringing in
bringing in our own
your own chairs,
chair
that's fine.
tables. Okay. Or probably would just chairs. Probably.
Yeah.
Our chairs are very utilitarian. They're kind of, just black mesh folding chairs. They're comfortable, but they look kind of businessy.
Right.
So
Industrial.
yes, if you wanted to bring in your own chairs, that's perfectly fine. And again, that's just something that you'll put through rental. The caterer can handle that part
Gotcha.
for you.
Okay.
So basically, once the venue is solidified, you're going to be working a lot with your caterer, who will then kind of keep us in the loop and vice versa.
I see.
Right.
But yeah, in terms of like, obviously your food, your drink, any decor, that's all the things you're going to cover with them.
Okay.
How are people arriving? Is it kind of every man for themselves? Should
Yeah.
we discuss parking?
Yeah, that's one of the questions is parking
Okay.
as a whole.
Okay, so there's a couple options. We work with the AGC building, which is just down here on Westlake.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a walk, but they have 300 slots. So we validate for that. So either your guests can pay for that themselves, it's a $5 flat rate, or you can purchase a block
Gotcha.
through them
Okay.
ahead of time, so your guests won't have to pay prepay essentially.
Okay.
So there's either
That is
that
helpful.
option. Also, after hours, the lots right here just across Terry
Yeah,
from us
I
open
saw
up.
that.
They're used by Amazon during the day, but in the evenings they're
Gotcha.
fairly open.
So like 6:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah,
is
exactly. And they're a $4 flat rate after 5 p.m. So
bad.
it's just pay at the lot.
Right. But then you guys don't validate for
We
that.
don't validate for
right.
that.
Okay.
And no chunk purchase for that. Like we can buy a.
No, at least not as far as I know. It's a totally different. I think it's like Republic Park. or
Yeah,
something.
it's
How
like
far down is that?
It's like
It's
a
like by the
7-minute
Starbucks,
walk.
7
right?
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's a bit of a walk, and you're looking at January. So
Does anybody get like some sort of shuttle
Okay, that's fine.
purchase?
we've
or-
had people do that before. It's something that you'd have to cover on your own.
Additional, yeah.
Or we do have an exclusive valet that we work with. So if you're looking at valet service, you'd have to go through them. But people have shuttled
Okay.
shuttle guests in before.
7-minute walk, you say? Ish.
That's for me.
If people wanted to come, because if there's a gap between the ceremony and the reception, people wanted to come and check it out. Is there any discount rate for admission rate for
No.
Mohai? No, it's just separate, right?
No,
Okay.
if they're coming in during our open hours, they would have to pay.
Yeah,
essentially
just a
pay.
guess. Yeah. Okay.
And then that brings up another point in that rental of the space does not include gallery access.
Right. So you're done at the stairs.
So you're done at the stairs, and we'd bring in security. They just be posted there.
Oh,
They're very
nice.
nice gentlemen with
Sure.
sweaters and ties. And
Working their
looking-
night
they're
shifts.
not.
Yeah, exactly. But if you wanted to add on gallery access for your folks, it's a $7 per head fee, and that
Oh,
will
okay.
allow us to keep it staffed and janitorial.
Oh yeah.
It's
Make
covered.
sure no one's going crazy up there in the.
$7 per head. Okay.
Can they come down the stairs at all? Like if they to
Like
enter?
for grand entrance,
Yeah.
you guys, yeah, that's fine. We
Okay.
can arrange that.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so that covers parking. Restroom, you mentioned there's the one, and it's
They're very large,
Very large.
restrooms. They're just
Because they're public, yeah.
Yeah, they're public restrooms. They're close by. They're just in that back hallway there. So
and then okay. I know there are preferred caterers. How about other vendors? Bar, but you've already said we can bar.
Can you even bring in your own
bars.
bartender?
you
Not-
can. They just have to be licensed, and we have to
Licensed.
ask for all the. There's a little
Paperwork.
bit more legwork with that.
Right.
Who else
right.
would do that?
Like
the
if you got-
caterer would-
Yeah, the
normal-
caterer could
okay.
provide a bartender.
Or,
Yeah,
But if you
and
have-
that's the easiest route, just because
Yeah.
they just have bartenders.
Gotcha.
Right, and they're on
ready to go,
staff. So again, just I think I asked, but I just want to make sure if they wanted to bring stuff in that was going to be set up for the caterers to put up, how early, like a couple days that we can just drop that off?
We'd
or-
have to ask you to drop off
Day
It's
of,
just
okay.
because
the
we're
space.
booked up.
Yeah.
It's hard. We've had the problem before very early on when we had multiple things coming in from multiple events.
Oh, I can
Things would get
imagine.
mixed up, and it's just
This
it's
isn't
a
my
headache,
base.
so.
Okay.
But yes, we only book one event
Day.
per like one large event per day. If there's like a meeting, an early meeting or something that's smaller, obviously we can accommodate that.
Right.
But in terms of evening rental, large event, you're the only people who will
That's
be in
good.
the building. So
Yeah.
So with that, if you needed to drop off anything, you can drop off as early as 10 a.m. when we open.
Okay.
So,
And then the parking just right there, because I parked right there. That's just hourly rate. Like if it's available at night, people could park there. The one
Right
that-
next to our building,
Oh,
or just be.
yeah, just in the front, like by the street.
If it's available, yeah, it's just it's city rates.
Yeah,
paid
just city rates,
parking,
okay.
And then some of them you may have seen are allotted for the
For
CWB.
the, yeah.
So those are relatively off limits, but
Okay.
yeah, otherwise it's open.
What about
Yeah.
the ones right out?
Right next to us, you as the client could have a few of those spaces if you needed something for.
You said a few? Is that what you said?
Say what?
Did you say we could have a few of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the one's right in front.
Right
here.
next to us, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good for loading and.
For loading and
Yeah.
your caterers will use a few of those spots, and then otherwise it's just ADA access, so anyone with mobility issues would be able
Gotcha.
to park right there.
Right. Okay.
Unless you use valet, in which case they will stage out of that.
I see.
Oh, I see.
You had said you wanted to potentially use the conference rooms. I did loosely book you for that, but
Oh, yeah,
Is
for
there a reason-
childcare.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, tell about that.
Yeah, we sometimes do childcare at weddings just because there's a lot of kids and babies, and then just kind of put them
right.
aside. But there's conference rooms on this floor, or is it
Yeah,
upstairs?
it's right back in this corner.
Oh,
We
nice.
actually have a group in there, and I can't disturb them, but
Okay,
I
that's
can let
okay.
you peek in just
Okay.
the window.
Sure.
Yeah, it's nice that it's just off the corner. So
That's
it's-
nice. Yeah. You
This
just.
stuff won't be off. You can't really make this off limits, really, right? Like, people can look at this. And
Yeah.
Everything on the floor. It's not
We
like
On the
have
main
everything
floor.
on the floor.
Right
There's,
here.
as you can see, there's exhibit elements here. So it's like they kind of cleared out, but otherwise that's
Okay.
just a carpeted room.
But that's perfect because it's right here. And there's a screen. Can we
There's
like set up a
screen projector,
movie?
You can bring a movie.
Nice.
Bring a laptop and you can run a couple movies or
Nice.
something.
And then you said this room right here is usually typically for the caterers.
Sometimes they choose to use it. It's up to them. It depends on what kind of service you're looking at. If it's something that's very involved, they'll want to use this.
Oh,
But there are curtains, so we can make it
I see.
look a little bit.
It's a great space,
nondescript.
though.
It's great.
Oh, it's nice. But this is included in the cost, right?
Not this room.
Oh, this is
Just
additional,
the
right?
atrium.
So if the
This is
caterers
separate.
need it, then.
Then that's fine. You won't be asked to cover.
Okay,
for it.
okay.
That's-
But it's for personal use. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went over coat check. There could either be
Oh.
two kind of racks. Would
Oh,
that be on the
nice.
right when you come in, or kind of in the atrium?
As you come in, these doors, they'd be just next to the wall to the right, so up
Okay.
against the wall next to the front desk.
Oh, and then the staff will do.
Yep, and we
push-up.
have a staff member there all night.
Nice.
Bar guys will be there just to kind of greet and kind
Okay.
of be a de facto security, just to make sure that people are here who are supposed to be.
That is
And
It's either
then-
helpful.
that or a company that you can hire.
Yeah, I
Oh.
suggested Coat Check Complete. We work with them a lot. And
Right.
they also are able to work with a variety of budgets, so
Yeah.
they're a great service and they're full service, and they, kind of run that
Lily
for you.
loves a coat check.
Especially in January. huh? But the one from them, it's provided, right, Joe?
Yeah.
The coat check- okay, the coat check
But
people?
you don't like get a. It's not like a formal coat check deal where you.
No,
you
it's just self. You just hang it yourself.
Hang
And,
yourself.
Oh, they should be fine with that.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're looking at like friends and family. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, don't. They're just happy they can hang it.
Yeah.
And again, the person at the front desk is going to.
Regulate.
Yeah.
That's helpful to have your staff here.
Yeah.
Consistent staff. And then for the dance floor, we won't have to put anything down, right? Because it's already
Yeah,
set up.
we actually prefer that you don't.
Yeah, it's
Northern
better.
was
It's a
hoping to-
pain.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah.
just looking at photos, she didn't think it was. I guess we could make it as big as we wanted. as
Based
far
on
as-
tables.
Yeah, we just set up the
thing.
tables to accommodate the size of dance floor that you want.
Yeah. We have a bunch of weirdos that get weird.
Is there,
dancing.
is there a possibility? Do we work with the caterers like if after dinner that we can like lift some of the tables up and put them away to
Yeah.
open up the dance floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
We've done that a couple of times before too. So.
I said a lot of good work.
This area doesn't change, right, as far as exhibits, for the most part.
No.
And this is for climbing, right?
Deposits. No, we make sure to monitor people climbing
Yeah.
that thing. But no, pretty much what you see is what you're gonna
Sure,
you're
okay.
gonna get.
It's
But sometimes they
gorgeous.
surprise us. Sometimes they're like, "We got a new truck and we want to show it off." And
Yeah.
And then it shows up. On
yeah,
see.
but if something like that were to happen around your event, we would obviously let you know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be cool.
And of course, if that happens, if some kind of thing comes that's an exhibit element, it's usually to the perimeter, so
Yeah.
it's not going to affect the floor.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, so you guys do daily tours? Is it part of the admission fee? Or is
No,
that something separate?
This is a private tour that they
Arranged.
Yeah, this is the group actually that
That was in the meeting room? Okay. If, because there is that delay between the church and the reception, is it possible to like set up like a truck, like a food truck out there when people like hang out, like either coffee or just something? Just they're trying to find out how to hold people over during that
Okay.
mid time. So either finding a local restaurant or just having like, is that an
A food truck
option?
is possible. The thing that might get a little precarious is the fact that we only have jurisdiction over our four walls. Everything beyond that is Parks property.
Oh.
So you may have to go through Parks just to get permission to have.
I see.
a
Because
food
I've
truck
seen
in
the food trucks there in the summer, or like there's like one that's out there sometimes. But you'd have
Yeah,
to check
and
the city.
They would have
Yeah.
a permit with
With the city. Okay, so check with the city because you guys are just the boundaries of them. Oh.
Yeah. If that's something that you really wanted to pursue, just keep us posted, and you know,
Okay.
it's possible that we could just talk to our contact and see if they
Yeah.
permit it, because obviously Mohi has use of that lot. It's primarily used for our park partners,
Right.
as, you know, employee parking.
Which
So-
lot are we talking about?
Just
one right next to
Just
the
right, the
That
closest
would
one.
be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Wow,
Just
I
jot
didn't
that
think
down.
about that. It's all just because it's all
It
public.
gets so
I
weird.
was here for 4th of July and it was nuts. Did you have to
Yeah.
work that day? It was
I was ill
nuts.
that day.
Oh, good thing. It was like an hour parking but it was like bodies filled. Yeah, it was
I
amazing.
saw pictures. I was
Yeah.
there the year before, so
Yeah.
What about, I mean, there's clearly the hotel there, and there, I don't know of any, is there just the two in the really close
Closest
vicinity?
next to us,
The
yeah.
Marriott.
However, I will mention that we are on the streetcar route, so it's an easy,
Oh, yeah,
skip down here on the streetcar from
Oh, that's
downtown
cool.
hotels. So
Oh, that's right. I never used this lot.
Yeah, I've never been on it.
But I know my
That's a
friends
great way
use
to
it.
avoid traffic. For
There's a
sure.
ton of those, there's a ton of hotels all over
Yeah,
downtown.
the Hilton and the. I'm forgetting.
And so
Yeah,
when you use that, do you have to?
It's like a city rate
Ah.
thing. To be honest with you,
I know. I just have my friends who use it. I know my friends use it to go to work every day.
I don't want to promote that, of course, but
Yeah, but it is handy if they end up striking a deal like with a hotel that's not right next door.
plus
easy
hotels may have
access.
shuttles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
There's plenty in the just general, there's even a couple, closer to Space Needle
Yeah.
that would probably,
Yeah,
shuttle.
that's true.
Yeah, like logistically, this is about as good as it gets, I think.
I
Off of I-5
know.
and
It's quick.
all those things.
Where's the ceremony happening at?
She's looking,
Like Blessed Sacrament in UW, like so 50th and 8th, so just up in UW. Yeah, but I think it's like 1 or 2, Joe, the time.
I don't know.
It was like afternoon. We always have that problem. It's just that gap, just to hold, because some of them will be out of towners,
Yeah.
so just to hold them over for that intermittent time. So they're thinking about either the restaurants around here and just like
Right.
a bar open, but
You could always, just
yeah,
get that sports world
right there,
place,
yeah. So they'd walk over and
that's
then
a huge place, but
It would be great if, and this is, not necessarily a very budget-friendly option, but you could also rent an Argosy boat and have it just moored right there.
that is so cool. Oh my gosh, those are awesome.
just have, everybody
It's
load
like a
up.
little holding spot, and it's
And just hang out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I've done dinners there.
This is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
January.
The other thing that comes to mind is Sunday. There's the ice cream cruise.
Yes, the $2 one.
Yeah, that comes right down here, and he, does it every hour or something.
Yeah.
It's just a
A little loop.
little loop around the lake.
Even in the winter, huh?
Even in the winter, yeah.
Oh, wow. And the Argosy one, they just post up, like those boats. Some of them just stay here.
They just basically just park it right here and
Right.
side, but of course that's another rental they even live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Nolene will pay for it.
Assume she has a job.
I know. Yeah, I looked at the pictures of the weddings and they look amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing what people can do with this space, but it's so malleable, It's just
And you don't have to really decorate though. That's the good thing. a lot of places when you get like, like either the barns or like the industrial, you gotta like do a lot with it. This
Put
you
up
just-
track lighting.
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in terms of lighting, we have a preset that we use that just brings down the house lights.
Oh okay.
So the fluorescents will be off. The exhibits will stay on, which is really beautiful. And then the neon stays on, so there's this nice kind of glow
Oh,
to the building. And with the floor being, wood floor, it's really warm in here, and it's
Cool.
great.
Well, definitely answered all of.
good job on your homework, Joe.
Except to.
I recorded it.
Oh, you did.
For you. I know you don't
filming
mind. Hope you don't mind. My sister's pretty OCD.
That's funny.
And I'm like, we're gonna forget, and she's gonna get mad at us.
Did you film the conference room and everything?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
I
just wanted to
was
make sure you got
Because I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, I got baby mommy brain. And I don't think she won't be here until, what, next January?
June.
June. Oh, she won't be here till June?
June.
Oh yeah, she lives in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but they grew up here and lived here, but she's just
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Well, at this point in the process, I know you have decisions to make, and but what we generally do is we will wait for your yay or nay. Just let us know either way.
Okay.
If you choose to book with us, we'll start again, as I said, with that contract, which just denotes your deposits and due dates and all of that.
Right.
Okay.
And then your deposits will be due roughly a month after you receive that.
A month after the contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a due date listed.
Gotcha.
We'll
On the
buy you
contract,
some
yeah.
time to kind of
Yeah.
get your business together.
Yeah.
So, and then the deposit will hold the date firm.
Gotcha.
And then from there, there's like a cancellation policy where you will get portions of your fees back if you change your mind or something
Sure.
at that point.
Okay.
And then, as I said, the final payment will be due. Your balance payment is due a month before the event date.
That's
And
good
all
for you
the
guys.
fees are on the website, right? The exact
All
fees,
the
yeah.
base rates are listed there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. What else was I going to mention about that?
Oh, there's the projector.
So your hold is a 30-day no obligation hold. So we have you on the calendar for right now. You have right of first refusal.
Okay.
So just let us know what you decide, or if you have any further questions and need to extend the hold, I can extend it for you.
Okay.
The only time that becomes precarious is if I have competing interest in the date.
Yeah.
And if I do, I will come to you first,
Okay.
nudge you a
You
little
don't
bit.
now.
Put your money down, Joe. That must happen in the summer, huh?
In the summer, yeah, it happens
Yeah.
quite often.
There's only
less
so
in
many.
Winter, so.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Anything else come to mind?
That was very informative.
Yeah. This.
You got all your
every question
questions
is answered.
Sorry if I filmed. I hope you don't mind. I'm always filming the baby. Just like shooting it out.
And I pushed those carts off to the side of the tower, so the exhibit elements will stay there, so it still looks like an exhibit, but it will open the floor a little bit in that little pocket.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
So those will push back.
Yep. And that'll
And
allow
these-
for more tables. And these are
Clear.
pulled off the floor. And the soft seating will we can either pull
Keep
that off
or
the
keep
floor,
it.
or you can,
Sure.
make
I
a
think it
little
looks great
lounge
there.
area or
Yeah.
something towards the
Yeah.
back, so we can utilize those if you'd like.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
It's actually a lot of space for two.
It is a lot of space.
Yeah.
Space.
I did the WAC, and we had 206, the Washington Athletic Club, and it felt like it was like tight because there's not that many big ballrooms in Seattle
Yeah.
for like 200 to 300 weddings. It's hard.
Yeah, like.
But this is huge, and then the fact that it's so high
space.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Let's make sure you get a shot of the stage.
Oh, okay.
Just so she knows kind of what the
Okay.
setup is.
Yeah. It's a big stage.
I know you could be up there, Joe.
Finally.
Okay, Andre. Mom just kidnapped him. Oh yeah, that's really. Oh, so,
These cranks, they're part of the interactives that work with the grid.
Oh.
And we can pull these. So we can either pull them away so they're not
in the way.
there if it's an aesthetic thing, but otherwise we can just leave them there and they actually are part of the.
So how does it work? It just
Poland and having hydroplane races in the street. It was just this huge
Oh, if you
community
spin it.
excitement that came about with Slow-Mo
Oh.
and the Legacy of Dan Sager.
You gotta. It's linking,
And
Joe.
now,
Oh, gotcha.
if you talk to hydroplane purists,
That
the
is
races
so
today
cool.
are
And then it's already set up, so you guys don't ever have to add the stage in for events.
Yeah, this
So
is
it's
cool.
But I want to get a taste of what one of those old hydroplane races is like.
Oh my gosh, Joe, this is perfect for you guys.
Or next to her.
So sometimes you'll have the bride and groom up here sometimes, or yeah, either way.
For like this, where you sit or whatever.
Yeah, where you like we watch you eat, and then and then people can come and take pictures behind you.
However, if you did end up hiring a band, this is
Perfect.
Part of this, I wanted to show you our What's Next section. And
Really
Bands
cool.
would be
you may or may
great.
not recognize some
Thank
of
you
it.
so much. Gosh, it's so nice. That's nice. You never have to add a stage. It's a pain, or a dance floor.
And this could also be like a dance floor thing, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to show off, if you want to show your moves, Joe, better start practicing now. Performances.
All right, I think that's everything, huh?